This is Daily Gains. Welcome back.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Dave. It's time to get it in. Let's get going.
James 2:8. If you really fulfill the royal law according to the scriptures, you shall love your neighbor as yourselves. You are doing well.
James, I think about this, man. That sounds so easy.
No.
So easy. It's
Okay,
written so simply.
Yeah, we'll fit in one verse. Mm-hmm.
You're doing it. Royal law. You're doing well. Good job. I wonder if I should walk away from this being like, hey, I think I'm doing well. I'm loving my neighbor as myself. I'm doing pretty well.
I do think when it comes to forgiveness, and especially my neighbor who loves to let their dog loose in my yard, I know I struggle with this, just as I know loving her and her animal are hard. I don't think about loving them when they're messing in my yard. Think about stoning and other things, which could be a form of love, but not really. Yes, I'm being silly because, yes, part of love is being corrected. And so I'm not saying you can't correct a person in love. I'm saying most times we don't do that. Most times it's out of self. And we just hide behind this verse to call it loving my neighbor. I do think you shall love your neighbor as yourself is so big because I love myself so much and I am so selfish. And I am not so much so for my neighbor. I pray for my neighbors, like they'll come to know Christ, and I share my faith with them. I don't hide it, but I can't say I love them like I love myself. Like that's a lot of love. Just being honest, like I forgive myself freely. Someone else dings my car, I don't. And so this is hard. And at the same time, it's not if I'm willing to slow down and be intentional and not get wrapped up in the consumerism, transactionalism, drama that is so saturating our culture and church. But really willing to just do this intentionally daily. And so this was even in my quiet time, not this verse, but the one where Jesus is talking to the scribe, and the scribe quotes, love your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And the second is to love your neighbor as yourself. So I see this as a combination of the two, loving the image bearers of God as I love myself out of the love that God has given me for him.
So that's your takeaway?
I can punch you right now. My takeaway is I think
you wouldn't do that yourself, man. That wouldn't be very loving to you.
See, that's my problem. I just told you. I was honest. I told you. Like I love myself.
My takeaway is I'm sitting here brushing my teeth this morning, or as our listener is brushing their teeth this morning. This sounds really easy. It's really easy because of that to deceive ourselves and to walk around thinking, hey, I got this on lockdown. Like this is not an issue for me anymore. And the truth is, as you're looking yourself in your mirror, whether it's brushing your hair or brushing your teeth or, putting on your makeup, whatever it is, be honest with yourself. You're not going to lie to yourself as you're putting on makeup and be like, no, I look fine. Let me just skip the mascara. My hair looks great. Why is it need a hairbrush? Like, unless you're like my 13-year-old son who's like, no, I'm awesome with this mane and it doesn't matter what I do. It dries and it's glorious. We get to about 21 and we're like, yeah, it's actually, a brush is my friend. And we don't lie to ourselves in that way because we want to take care. Well, this falls into that same thing. It's easy for me because of how simple this thing is. Love your neighbor as yourself when I'm doing it, okay? To lie to myself about how well I'm doing. And that's the takeaway. If I lie to myself about this, I'm not only hurting the people around me, but I'm hurting myself because I'm not being the person that I want to be. I want to be a person who doesn't knock you out with my bad breath. That's why I brush my teeth. I want to be a person who shows God's love. That's why I have to be honest with myself about this. That's my drop the mic and walk away.
Have a good one. We'll see you later today.
da 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 da.